Yo, I have been arguing for a week or two, and I don't want to argue about it anymore. Arguing about UBI. There's a post going around right now. Somebody shared it, and many hundreds of people are sharing it, and it is praising UBI. Now, in theory, it sounds very nice. Without analyzing class relations or anything like that, completely theoretically, it sounds very nice. And it has a nice premise. However, there is horrible repercussions coming if it ever goes through, and this is why. Let's go through UBI. UBI is a fund where everybody is given a certain amount of money so that they can buy the things as commodities to get their needs met. So instead of having the rights to these things, you're given money to buy the things. So there is no class struggle against those things existing as commodities. And the idea is very popular in North America because North America is rich enough to just straight up provide everybody a fair amount of money. So it's appealing, and I understand it, why it's appealing. However, if we don't look at any of the other problems in the world, then our analysis is extremely limited. If we do look internationally, then what we see is an imperial core privilege being levied to people in North America at the expense of the rest of the world. And it is not a revolutionary goal to strive for a comfortable existence for people in the imperial core at the direct detriment of everybody else. And the ruling class explicitly says, we want to push a UBI so we can cut social programs to be more efficient. Now, this is extremely dangerous. Pushing a blanket generic support at the direct expense of social programs that are already there means destroying so many programs that have been fought for so hard by people throughout history. This would mean cutting food stamps. This would mean cutting programs for parents, etc. So it's incredibly dangerous, and it is a wrong focus to push for UBI. A superior focus to push for is UBN, which is a Universal Basic Needs Guarantee, or a UBO, which is a Universal Basic Outcome. Both of these enshrine the commodities that we're told to buy. They enshrine those commodities as rights. So this would take away those commodities from the ruling class. It would rip it from the clutches of their fucking talons, and it would enshrine it in law for us. And that's what it takes. That is class struggle. Not just giving money to people to then try buy those things. Because if that happens, there's nothing to stop the ruling class and landlords from just directly raising the commodities that they control. For example, if everybody was given $2,000 a month right now, there's nothing to stop landlords from raising rent immensely, and then Walmart from raising prices immensely, and every other stockholder raising prices immensely, because the huge cash injection is a band-aid that enables people to buy commodities. And that is the exact origin of UBI. Right-wing economists understood a little bit of Marxism in the 1930s. They came to understand that people who can't afford to buy freaking commodities are not able to drive a commodity-driven economy. So what they came up with was a UBI. They said, okay, well, we don't want to pay them any more money, but we still want them to buy stuff. What can we do? And UBI was their solution. So to recap, UBN is vastly superior, UBO is vastly superior. We need to fight for the right for housing, for the right to water, medicine, food, and shelter. And these are only accomplished with socialism, which we can see very clearly with China, Cuba, Korea, and Vietnam. And some other historical examples like the Soviet Union, they got state-funded childcare in 1918, something that we don't have today, 106 years later. Also, they abolished the gender wage gap, where we don't have that today. And in fact, in Canada, Native women are paid roughly 40% of what white men are paid for the same job. So let us not take the bullshit solutions the ruling class pushes to us. Let us fight for what we want. Let us fight for what works. All power to the people.